So now I want to look at a more complicated problem. If you notice the drawing there, so we have T, B, R, this angle 56 degrees here. This angle is the angle of elevation of T from R, and it's the angle of elevation of T from M, 35 degrees. This is 115 meters. It should be meters, right? Yeah. Okay, so here we are asked to find the value of x. So the value of x would be from R to M. What can we do? Now, if you'll notice, what we have there is actually two right-angle triangles. Depends on your perspective. So you could look at T, B, M as a right-angle triangle, and you could look at T, B, R as another right-angle triangle. So how can we find the value of x? You want to attempt this one? Pause the video, attempt it. Okay, so now that you have attempted and gotten the correct answer, I am thinking maybe the best way to go about this is to find the length of BM and the large triangle there. And if I find the length of BM, and then if you find the length of BR, and subtract it from BM, you should left with the length distance RM. So let's find the length of BM. And if you find the length of BM, of course, you'll focus on the overall large triangle. So in calculating the length of BM, I look at the triangle as this. I'm drawing a larger triangle. So I have my right angle here. So this is M, big triangle. And the angle of elevation there from M is 35 degrees. And this height is the top of a pole, I guess. This is the base or the bottom of the pole. And this height, BT, is 115 meters. Alright, so I can use this to find the length of BM. Now the length of BM would represent the, what's this now? The adjacent. And BT would represent the opposite. So BT would represent the opposite. And BM would represent the adjacent. So we're using the tan ratio. And we're talking about the angle 35 there. So the tan ratio, so tan 35 is equal to opposite, which is 115, over the adjacent, which is BM, all of BM. And then our job now is to find BM, so we can multiply both sides by BM, because we want BM is the denominator, which we want to get rid of, so we multiply both sides by BM. So BM times the right hand side, and BM times the left hand side. So what we have here is BM times tan 35. And over here, BM into BM, one time. So we have 115. So to get the length of BM, you divide both sides by tan 35. So divide both sides by tan 35. So tan 35 into itself, one time. So we're left with BM is equal to 115 divided by tan 35. Let me just get my calculator out. So 115 divide tan 35. And then we're getting 164.2. So 164.2. If I'm using one decimal place, right? 164.2. Now I need to get, so all of BM here is 164.2 from B to M, right? Is 164.2. Now I want the length of BR. So the length of BR, I can focus on the inside triangle here, it's a right angle triangle also. And again, BR would represent now the adjacent. Again, BR is the adjacent. Right, so I can say, and then the 115 will be the opposite, because we're referring to 56 degrees, right? So tan, the angle I'm referring to, which is the 56, because I'm using the inside triangle now. Tan is equal to opposite over adjacent. The opposite, again, is 115. And the adjacent is BR. And we'll do the exact same thing that we did in the previous. We were finding BM times both sides by BR, because we want to cancel that denominator there. So BR times this side. And BR times tan 56, right? BR times tan 56. So BR times tan 56 is just BR tan 56. Good? And then, so whole purpose of multiplying by BR, I want to get rid of that. So BR into itself was one time. So we'll just have 115 here. So to get the value of BR, the length of BR, we divide both sides by tan 56, because we want to get rid of tan 56. So divide both sides by tan 56. What we'll end up with, BR equal to, so tan 56 into this, that one time, right? So we're left with 115 divided by tan 56. Let's punch that in on our calculator. I'm getting 77.6 when rounded to one decimal point. So 77.6. So what is X? Which is, and by the way, X is the same thing as RM, right? So from B to M, it's 164. So from B to M is 164. And then from B to R is 77.6. So RM obviously will be the difference. So X, or if you want to call it RM, X or RM, same thing. So X is just the difference between 164.2 and 77.6. Let me do the subtraction. So 164.2 subtract 77.6, I'm getting 86.6. So X is equal to 86. Let's write that better. .6. Right, I'm cramming for space there. So 86.6. Alright, so X, solution X is 86.6, and it's meters, right, to one decimal point. Distance is given was 115 meters. Okay, that's it.